What if I told you that small daily habits can be the difference between working hard and working smart? Today, I'm going to share with you how I use peak performance hacks to 10x my business and stay on top of my game. If you're an entrepreneur looking for an edge, this one is for you. Hi, I'm Naeem Mahmood, a peak performance coach, and I've worked with some of the most successful entrepreneurs and companies out there. Over the years, I've fine-tuned my habits to maximize productivity, focus, and growth. Let's dive in. Success starts the moment you wake up. For me, my morning routine is non-negotiable. I start every day with a set of activities that prime my mind and body for peak performance. Before I used to do a morning routine, I'd wake up groggy, not feeling like working during the day, getting up, going. I would just drag myself through the day. The morning routine primes my day and gives me a pull through the day instead of a push. Most people are kind of just pushing through the day and grinding through the day. So one of the first things I do in the morning is I rebound. I have a little mini trampoline. I jump up and down. It's great by getting my energy flowing and lymphosizing my lymphatic system, gets the lymph going, and that's the detoxification system of your body. So it kickstarts my metabolism, and then I also do some light stretching to get my body flexible and just ready for the day. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you, I don't do this all the same exact way every single time. I used to do that when I first started this. Now I'm more attuned to my body and I feel what's most necessary. So it's not always the same exact rhythm. And you need to figure out what works best for you. Sometimes you might want to always do the same thing every single time. Other times you might want to be more in flow and attuned to your body. But one of the other things I do is I meditate every day. That's a non-negotiable. For at least 20 minutes, it clears my mind, it sets my intentions for the day, and it really helps me stay grounded no matter what chaos comes later in the day. Another thing I do, I journal. Journaling is super helpful. It gets all the crazy clutter thoughts looping around in my head. It stays up here, it's going to keep running in circles. So I get it down on paper and it frees my mind and it helps me reflect on my progress, also helps me visualize the day ahead. And I also like to use incantations or affirmations. Incantations I learned from Tony Robbins, which is more engaging your body and your emotions and your nervous system, versus affirmations more like just saying something, but you don't always believe it. But the language we use and the way if we use our body and emotion behind it, it really helps. Saying something like, I'm unstoppable, or I'm a lean, mean, sexy, alkaline machine. Whatever works for you, that's going to be really helpful. So I also like to do breath work. I also like to take a morning walk with my fiance. There's a lot of different things you can do. This is where you got to tailor it. And it's kind of like a la carte. You got to choose what's most useful, because the double-edged sword is some people get so caught up in doing these routines for so long, they don't actually get to work a good amount of time too. So you got to balance it, right? I don't like to just jump into work, but I also don't like to just do 2 hours, 3 hours of morning routine. I find the balance, especially day by day, depending how my day is looking. So for you, start your morning with just 20 minutes. That's a good start. 20 minutes of self-care and mindset work. Trust me, it sets the tone for your entire day. If you don't have 20 minutes, Tony Robbins would always say, if you don't have 10 minutes, you don't have a life. Same thing. If you don't have 20 minutes to give to yourself so you can show up and be your best self throughout the day, you don't have a life. So try it if you're not doing it already. The next thing is, when it comes to productivity, here's a productivity hack. One technique I swear by is time blocking. Now, I'm sure you've heard this before, but this is how I get more done in less time. And this is the thing where a lot of times we hear it, but if you're not doing it, I don't care if you know it. So it's not, don't trick yourself with, I know this syndrome. I don't care if you actually know about this concept. I care if you're actually doing this effectively. So this is how you can get more done in less time and maintain focus on what matters most. So time blocking means scheduling chunks of time where you're only focused on one task. There's no distractions. Your phone isn't there. Put it over, put it on silent, put it on airplane mode, get it out of the room. No emails, shut the browsers down, no phone calls. It's just pure uninterrupted focus. The only reason you should be using the phone is if it's for sales contacts and reaching out to people. So an example of this could be when I'm working on creative content like this, creating content on YouTube. I set aside, for this, I'm doing about 90 minutes today, a 90-minute block of time, deep work, I like to call it. There's a great book by Cal, I forget his last name, Cal Newport or something like that. But it's called deep work. So you do deep work sessions for like 60, 90, even 120 minutes, followed by short breaks. And this allows me to enter a state of flow and accomplish more in less time. Because a lot of things sometimes take kind of a warm up, even half an hour to an hour, just to get into the rhythm. And then if you just stop right there, you're missing a lot of the juice and the flow. So when you're focused, you're working with your brain, not against it. So your action step on this one is try time blocking in your own schedule. Set aside 2 to 3 hours of focused work and block out all distractions. You'll be amazed at all that you can get done. Imagine that. No phone, no social media, no emails, and just present, grounded, centered workflow. Now, another mindset trick is it's your mindset, right? The biggest shift I've made in my business while learning how to prioritize my long-term vision over short-term is to prioritize my long-term vision over my short-term distractions. Now, this is easier said than done again, too, because when you're building a business, it's easy to get caught up in daily tasks and immediate results. But the truth is, the biggest breakthroughs happen when you're consistently working toward a long-term goal, not just reacting to the day-to-day. An example of this is I remind myself daily why I'm building this business. What's my why and what impact do I want to make? And this mindset helps me push through obstacles and stay on course no matter what's happening around me. Because they're going to have challenges. It's going to be boring. Business is boring. Now it's not anymore. Again, it's like a reframe, but it's not. Most people are dabblers. They always want to try new things. But successful business owners, they're doing the same thing over and over. And then it's a long game over time. Kobe Bryant, I always bring back to basketball metaphors because I'm a basketball player. He would just take 1,000 shots a day for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And that could be boring too, doing the same thing over and over. So your job is also to create the variety in the boredom. Because ultimately, nothing is boring, only you're boring. You got to change your mindset around what the thing means and the energy you're bringing to it. So an action step for this could be create a vision statement for your business and your life and write it down and read it every single morning and use it as your North Star to guide your decisions. Another step you could take is you could record your vision statement for your business and your personal life and hear yourself saying it. Get some of your favorite music, play it behind, and say it. I do this every night, every morning when I wake up with my fiance, and it just keeps us focused on our North Star. So there you have it. That's my morning routine. That's my time blocking, and that's a mindset shift that keeps me at peak performance. Implementing these strategies has been a game changer in building my business. And I know they're going to work for you too. So if you want more high performance hacks to 10x your business, subscribe to my channel and check out the links below to join my Peak Humans Telegram group for exclusive content. Let's keep on leveling up together. And until next time, stay focused, stay driven, and keep pushing towards your vision.